as I'm coming through and right, and I pull from people. So it's a science to this thing. I was told that imitation is the highest form of flattery, right? When you see somebody copy you, right? And copying somebody is relative, right? In regards to how egregious you do this, right? So if you pull from people that inspire you, that's different than taking the exact blueprint that you see them doing and doing it while they're still in the game. Like, it's always cool now to come back and have a Little John-esque type of artist, or Bone Crusher-esque type of artist, or one of these type of individuals that we haven't seen in a while. But to be a Roddy Ricch standing next to a Roddy Ricch is uncomfortable, right? To be a carbon copy of that same artist is uncomfortable. And I think, and I'll get into Kanye and Jay and certain people, it's almost like you can't really duplicate them. You can't. Drake, you can try, but you can't live where they going. It's deep, but I'll get into that later. Because Kanye is always doing something and being ahead of the game. But imitation is the highest form of flattery, has always been pushed on us, and a lot of us take that. I reject that. I think it depends on how it's done, right? Because in my opinion, imitation without acknowledgement is stealing. See what I'm saying? Because a lot of times the person that's imitating somebody won't promote the person they imitating, because then he feels the void that I'm trying to fill because I'm doing what he's doing, right? So there's no value in me shedding light on somebody that I'm copying. That's number one. And I also think that whoever made that up was somebody that didn't create nothing. He was a dude that copied something from somebody. You see what I'm saying? Because it's about how it's done. Or he may have said that with people thinking people would understand that, like, you can't copy somebody, move for move while they're still in the same hustle, and then don't see that to be a problem, and then don't acknowledge that, hey, man, because listen, I expect for on the creative tip to you respect the game so much that every time somebody compliments you for that, you say, nah, well, I got that from Woo to Woo. But I adopted it and I took it to the next level, and I tried to, but to not even say anything is where the problem arrives. That's where the issue arrives at. You understand me? So I don't agree with the whole, hey man, hey, Loon, imitation is the highest form of flattery. Hey man, imitation without acknowledgement is stealing. Yeah, you doing me good in the money. You doing me super good over there. They think you hard. They think you coming up with all this. They don't know you regurgitating. They don't know it's somebody that you won't tell them about, some street dude that don't really know how the internet thing goes, so he may not know how to get it to him yet, but you pulling from him and regurgitating everything that he's doing. I think it's just weird. It's uncomfortable. I think that's what took me so long to really do this thing. It's because I had to make sure that I can stand on my ideas and my identity and my experience. I can be able to explain my encounters and what it took for me personally to get through things, stand for things, right? So when people try to be you, or people try to do the same thing you do, it just, I don't know, it just be coming off. I receive it wrong, especially when I ain't been paid at a high level for what I'm doing. A lot of you dudes taking topics from me. I'm talking industry guys. You taking things that I'm doing, right? And it's cool. I don't know. Maybe our minds think alike. It's received bad because a lot of you dudes are getting millions of dollars for things that I'm sure that you got from me. You executing now, right? Not that you got your money from that, but you executing it, and you you doing it at a high level, right? And so for me, I need to be paid for these things. Where I'm from, they'll crash out about anything, right? So, and with me being a creative person, I got to make sure, you know, certain things is coincidental. And I'm like, yo, this is a really crazy coincidence. All right, but just keep hustling, right? Don't you think now, I'm keeping this in mind now. But I got to keep hustling. I can't stop what I'm doing. But you better know I'm punching that ticket. You know how you go to one of the restaurants, they give you a ticket. Once they get to this many, I'm for sure on my end. And I got to go with what my move is, right? Because it's coincidence. It's like, yo, something may be up with that. So I got to kind of look into what's going on. You know, so don't hit me with the imitation is the highest form of flattering thing. Pay me to imitate me. You know what I mean? Pay me to imitate me. I ain't imitating nobody. Not one person will I imitate. I don't listen. This thing comes so natural. I gotta just do me. We ain't doing no imitation of nobody. That ain't what the vibes is. We not even interested in doing that. You know what I'm saying? If we do that, we done lost already. Cause our whole game, our whole brand is we got to figure this out. Our whole brand is information and balling and being a boss. You know what I'm saying? So we can't imitate people. That ain't gonna get us nowhere.